Today on First Ride, I've got the KTM 1050 Adventure, courtesy of KTM in Moto and Croydon. Look at this douchebag. He's trying to do a review, and idiots are pulling out with no indicators. Hey, but I tell you what, these mirrors look retro, but you can see a lot. The dash is at a decent height. Some bikes you look down, you have to actually move your head down to kind of see the dash. With this, oh, brakes work. With this, you have to, all you have to do is just drop your eyes a little bit, and then you can see the dash. It's a good view. Tell you what, that screen puts the wind right on the side of your helmet. So what is this one doing? What's up with the douches today? Oh, it's a woman too, a woman douche. Z800. Wow, wow, wee, wow. The screen's adjustable as well. I'll show you that in a little bit. All you have to do is pull these little levers, and then it slides out of the joints. Then you can move it down or up. I'd say it's pretty helpful. Being the first adventure / tourer bike I've ridden, it's not too bad. They have comfortable seats. This is standard. This 1050 has a gel seat. If you poke it, it does feel rather nice. And this is a 1050. You've got two models above this. So you've got the 1050, the 1190, and the 1290. What is that learner doing? Damn, they went across the white lines and everything. I do not want to try and filter past him or her. Keep going, love. Keep going, love. You've got it. Go on, Dale. As far as I can tell, this 1050 likes corners. It's light. You can flick it from side to side. I say flick. You can move it from side to side effortlessly, being an adventure, and it kind of just goes into the corner. It's not quick about it, but it's just like, all right, let's go around. It's comfortable enough to go around the corners. It doesn't feel unstable or anything. Good brakes. There's no wind whatsoever on my chest. It's the first time I felt that. Well, apart from being on a super sport, but literally sitting upright and no wind on your chest, it feels good. It feels like you can do 500 miles an hour and be fine. You probably wouldn't, to be fair. It's windy as heck though. Ah, there you go, look. When I go down, no wind. So, okay. Conclusion. Super sport position, and you feel no wind at all. Zilch. Nada. Kaput. Now that means broken. You get the picture. If you're completely up, then yeah, all the wind runs straight off the screen and literally just hits the side of your helmet. So though you don't get buffered around, you hear it in your ears getting blown. You hear the wind just literally passing your helmet. I think this is the stuff the 1050 is made for. Some of this kind of little bit of twisties, bit of a long journey. Not made for top speed or racing. So this is the stuff the 1050 was made for, I believe. A bit of twisties, long journey, A roads. You could do a motorway journey on it. 95 brake horsepower is sufficient for the kind of journeys you probably need it for. I will touch on one thing. The seat height is 850 mils. So you've got to have a long leg to reach the ground. You can get thinner seats. 1050 Adventure.
Here's the dash. You can see your fuel gauge there on the bottom. You can see what mode you're on just above it, then riding mode. Then above it you can see your gear indicator, so you can see what gears you're in. In the middle you've got the time, your miles per hour on the top right, and the bottom right you've got your temperature. On the left you've got your revs, you've got your ABS and traction control warning lights at the bottom there, as this does have ABS and traction control, which you can turn them on or off. These buttons here, you can adjust your driving modes. So as you can see, if you press set, you can go up and down, select whichever one you like. Sport mode, 95 brake horsepower. Rain mode has reduced brake horsepower and slightly easier and smoother throttle response. To set it, just hold it in, keep the throttle closed, and you're done. Press back and you can go through your traction control. ABS you can switch on and off, language, temperature, pressure, so you can go through the dash and do everything using just 2 to 3 buttons. Nice and simple.
For the price, yes, good little bike. I say little, it's a tall one. Decent power. Again, if you prefer more power for your adventure, if you want to go for a much longer journey, or you want to go a lot faster on the motorways, then yeah, you can go to the 1190 or the 1290. But for the price you're paying for this, as standard, a nice comfortable seat, good upright bars, good standard screen for most people. Careful with your leg, obviously, your leg reach to the ground. It's an 850mm seat height. It's got good brakes. KTM in Croydon have this up for £9,995. They're usually £11,000. Bloody hell, it has a good turning circle too. It's a little torquey engine, 95 brake horsepower, but it's got a decent amount of torque. So it gets up and moves. It can easily do some overtakes. As I said, it's not bad in the corners or leaning. Feels comfortable, feels planted. I'm getting used to these gear shifts as well, because the gear lever is slightly higher, but it's not too bad now once you get used to it. Sure, it doesn't have 160 brake horsepower at 1290, but the 95 brake horsepower, being a twin, it is punchy, so you can accelerate pretty quickly. You can do easy overtakes. KTM, back in one piece too.